Jason's Academy, Social Science, Class 7th, Political. Lesson 6, Retail and Wholesale Market. Hello students, today we are going to start Political, Lesson 6, Retail and Wholesale Market. Man is a social being. He is dependent on others for fulfill his needs. So a person who sells goods brings his product in the local place where interested people buy it. This place is known as market, where sellers sell their goods and buyers purchase it. So in this chapter we will study about the market. First, let's see the types of market. There are two types of market, wholesale market and retail market. Let's first understand about wholesale market. The place where goods are bought and sold in bulk is called a wholesale market. For example, vegetable, fruit market opened by municipal corporation. Second is retail market. The place where goods are bought and sold in small quantities is called a retail market. For an example, market in the local area. Now, let's understand the difference between wholesale and retail market. Wholesale market deals in large quantities on large scale. Retail market deals in small quantities on small scale. Wholesale market handles a small number of items. Retail market handles a large number of items. Wholesale market sells to retailers and users. Retail market sells directly to consumer. Wholesale market sells at very low margins of profit. Retail market sells at high margins of profit. Wholesale market does not provide free home delivery to the consumer. Retail market provides free home delivery of goods to consumer. Wholesale market requires more capital investment. A need for godown is felt. Retail market requires a small quantity or a small amount of capital. Now let's understand retail market and our everyday needs. So let us recall what all things we need from right morning till night. As we get up, we need toothpaste, toothbrush, soap, shampoo, tea, coffee, bread, butter, polish, deodorant, oil, sugar, etc. This is endless list, for we need many things from evening to night. All these things we get from retail market. Near every locality or in every locality there is a retail market. There are many shops which gives us many things. They sell variety of things like fruits, vegetables, milk and milk products, bread, butter, biscuits, eggs, etc. Some other sell groceries, food grains, books, etc. There are atta chakkis where various grains are converted to flour. Then we have chemist shop which is open for long hours so that medicines are easily available to sick people. So definitely a market is an important place in our neighborhood because it provides useful services by catering to our daily needs. So now let's see people's approach to markets. First, availability. It is very important to maintain a balance between the demand and the supply of various products. Retail wholesale markets ensure the availability of the product to the consumer throughout the year. Second is convenience. It is very essential that the markets are conveniently approachable to the consumers and they should get the good conveniently near their residence. Third is credit. Everyone cannot purchase every item on cash payment. Hence, credit facility helps them to buy goods on easy installments. This adds to the popularity of a market. Fourth is quality. The popularity of a market depends on the good quality of the product because nowadays consumers do not compromise with the quality of the product they purchase. Fifth one is price. The price of the goods should be affordable so that it should reach every section of the society. Hence, in order to prevent the consumer from being driven away from the market, the price of the goods should be reasonable and the quality should be good. Sixth is purchasing power. Economic standard varies from person to person. Hence, in the market, stocks of different articles should be maintained, keeping in the mind the purchasing power of the customers. All cheap and expensive things should be available in the market. Now, let's understand the role of wholesale market and service of the wholesalers. Wholesale markets are one of the intermediaries between the producer and the consumer. The farmers take the help of wholesalers and retailers to sell their products to consumers. Wholesalers provide information about demand to product and provide facilities for storage and distribution of producer to retailers. Wholesalers keep a stable supply of products by stabilizing the prices. Wholesalers supply goods to the retailers and provide storage and packing facilities. Wholesalers advise retailers to keep balance between demands and supply. Wholesalers keep control on market fluctuation. Wholesalers ensure to the society about the possibility of large-scale production. It also ensures to provide easy availability of goods. Wholesale markets ensure a continuous flow of trade and money for producers. Wholesalers listen to the complaints regarding quality, availability and price of goods. Let's understand that what is e-business. E-business or electronic business is the administration of conducting business through the internet. This would include the buying and selling of goods and services along with providing technical or customer support through the internet. E-business is a term often used in conjunction with e-commerce. The term e-business was introduced by IBM's marketing and internet team in 1996. Nowadays, Snapdeal, Amazon, Flipkart have been doing e-business. Nowadays, e-shopping is very common. A customer can order a product online and give cash on delivery of product. Let's understand about consumer rights. Nowadays, there is too much exploitation of consumers in Indian markets. The consumers are exploited in the form of less weight, defective goods, impure quality, high price, duplicate article, false information, adulteration, etc. To avoid these exploitations, the Government of India passed Consumer Protection Act in 1986. The government sets up national, state and district consumer forums for consumer grievance. The consumers have got rights also. For example, right to information, right to safety, right to choose, right to represent and right to seek redressal. There were many consumer movements for all these rights. Nowadays, there are many quality marks on the products. For example, BIS, AgMark, ISI, etc. Next is money. Money is medium of exchange. Money is also used for deferred payment. Money was introduced by China in the world. There was barter exchange before introduction of money in the world. The barter exchange field and metallic coins were introduced existed. The metallic money was later replaced by paper money. Nowadays, paper money is replaced by plastic money. For example, ATM card, debit card and credit card. Last topic is loan. Loan is also called debt. The bank provides loan to borrowers on interest. A borrower deposits paper of property and vehicle against loan as a guarantee. Then it is called mortgage. It is also called collateral. There are many terms and conditions for credit that borrowers has to follow. For example, a borrower has to pay regular EMI. EMI means equated monthly installment. There are two types of loans, formal and informal. When we get loan from banks, then it is called formal loan. And when we take loan from our friends or relatives, then it is called informal loan. We should avoid loan in our life. Our expenditure should be always less than our income. So, in this chapter, we came to know that a place where buyers and sellers exchange money for goods is called market. The place where goods are sold in bulk is called wholesale market. The place where goods are sold in small quantities is called a retail market. Retail market plays a very important role in sustaining our daily needs. Wholesalers, retailers and other intermediaries play a very important role in functioning of a market. So here we have completed our chapter and I hope that you have understood. Thank you.